What are the X-rays? X-radiation is a kind of electromagnetic radiation dangerous for the living creatures. X-rays are waves of X-radiation. X-rays have a shorter wavelength and therefore more energy than ultraviolet radiation. They have a much shorter wavelength than visible light, aka the light that we can see. Radiation with shorter wavelengths or with more energy than the X-ray is called gamma radiation or gamma rays. X-rays can penetrate through many solid materials. For this reason, taking photograms with X-rays is used in medicine in order to see bones and other things inside the body. Sometimes the term X-ray means these pictures instead of the radiation that makes them. The images show bone because it is dense enough that X-rays are not able to pass through it. Instead, the X-rays are either absorbed or scattered. The images do not show skin and muscle, however, because these tissues are transparent enough for the X-ray to pass through them without being absorbed too much. What these images show will depend on three things: Rayleigh scattering, Compton scattering, and photoelectric effect. Rayleigh scattering is the way that light scatters when it hits a very small object. In physics, Compton scattering, or the Compton effect, is the name used for what happens to the energy or frequency or wavelength of an X-ray when it interacts with matter. Photoelectric effect occurs when a photon hits an electron on a metal surface. The electron can be emitted. The emitted electrons are called photoelectrons. To detect tumors, other imaging devices are used, such as magnetic resonance imaging. X-rays are made by hitting metal with fast-moving electrons. They are photons, tiny packets of energy that can move atoms and change chemicals in the body. The things they do depend on the wavelength of the X-rays, or how much energy they have. X-rays with smaller energies, soft X-rays, cause the photoelectric effect. Mid-level energies cause Compton scattering. High-level energies, or hard X-rays, cause pair production. X-rays used for making pictures of people have low to medium energy. Radiation therapy that treats cancer uses Compton scattering. There are small amounts of X-rays in the air. Like other energy in it, X-rays can change living cells. Exposing the human body to high doses of X-rays for a long time is dangerous. It can cause cancer. However, cancer cells are hurt more easily, so X-rays are sometimes used to kill them. How do they work? The rays come from an artificial source, the X-ray tube, a type of electronic lamp analogous to a lamp diode device. It is a glass tube in which a vacuum is created. The cathode is a metallic element heated by a thin spiral wire, or the spiral wire itself is a cathode, from a separate heating low voltage chain up to several 100 degrees Celsius, visually to red. Electrons are separated and directed to the anode, which is a metal plate. When electrons strike, X-rays start to emerge. They are energy quants called photons with very high energy. The anode is usually located at such an angle in the glass tube of the lamp that it is convenient to mount the X-ray radiation of 45 degrees along the axis. Who discovered them? Wilhelm Röntgen was a German physicist. In 1901, he was the first person to win a Nobel Prize in physics. X-ray radiation was discovered by him on November 8, 1895, in his experiments with electric gases. He uses a 2-electrode glass tube pumped to 100,000 times lower than the atmospheric pressure. It is wrapped in black paper that does not miss the visible light caused by the X-rays and radiated from the area around the anode. Röntgen noticed that the barium crystals at a distance from the tube glowed in the darkness. He switched off the tube voltage and the crystals went out. He placed a screen covered by barium salts, which he lit every time he turned on the voltage and went out after it was turned off. He put his palm on the X-ray path and the bone image appeared on the screen. Soft tissues, however, appeared to be transparent to the X-rays. Marie Curie was a Polish and French physicist, chemist, and feminist. She did research on radioactivity. She was also the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. She was the first woman professor at the University of Paris. She was the first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes. She received a Nobel Prize in physics for her research on uncontrolled radiation. She is the first person to use X-rays in medicine. Together with her daughter, Irene Curie, during the First World War, she invented a mobile X-ray machine, which helped to heal the wounded soldiers. Where do we use them? Other than medicine, some of the uses of X-rays nowadays are in the industry. At airports to check customers and baggage, and by art historians to see if a picture has been painted on top of an older one. Definitely, the X-rays are one of the most useful inventions of humanity. Thanks for watching!